Devastating scenes here in Laxey today, and the government will now be counting the cost of the damage that's been caused island-wide, and with the Infrastructure Minister Phil Gawne. First of all, I think this has to be one of the more serious things that's happened yesterday evening here. How is your department tackling this?
Well, obviously, you can see behind us that there's a lot of different utilities here involved in the whole operation. We've got issues. Obviously, there's a telecoms cable, there's gas, and there's water running underneath the bridge. So, but all of those facilities will have to be disconnected. So that's the urgent works that are required. Quite clearly, the water is still flowing very fast at the moment. So the last thing we need to be doing is unnecessarily getting into rivers or near to the river and causing danger to men. Effectively, the bus is clearly written off. Fortunately for us, it was one of our oldest buses, and one that the Director of Public Transport was rather keen for us to scrap at some point. Well, his wish has been granted in that regard. But I think, again, the really important point for us is not just here but across the whole of the island, thanks to everybody who's come out to help. I mean, obviously, the Department of Infrastructure men have been out, the teams have been out busy all afternoon, and then right the way through the night as well. We had, I think it was 25 teams out working around the island. That's the full complement of the officers in the department. Really delighted with the work they've done, the fantastic efforts they've all put in, the emergency services and all the volunteers as well.
As you say, they've put in a fantastic effort, but the real work is only just beginning, isn't it? I mean, there's devastation right across the island. Yes,
and of course the concern now is focused on what's going to happen this evening when the severe gales potentially reach storm force winds, and of course with the ground very waterlogged. Chances are, first of all, there's going to be a lot of rain tonight as well. Only half as much as there was yesterday, but yesterday's rain was massive. So there's going to be a lot of rain, but also with the ground waterlogged, any sort of severe winds blowing against trees, and the roots of the trees are going to be in soft ground. There's a very realistic prospect there'll be trees down. So it's not looking too good at the moment.
And how are we going to pay for all of this? I mean, for example, the National Sports Centre, hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of damage down there alone. That's just one place, and the government's cash-strapped, to say the least.
Yes, and the same with our depot, Lake Road. I mean, the clue's in the title, I suppose, but the Lake Road bus depot, similar problems. That's been flooded. Fortunately, the Treasury Minister had the foresight to introduce a contingency fund in last year's budget. I imagine there will be quite a lot of competing interests for that contingency fund this year, but quite clearly, the bridge here is going to need to be replaced. We're looking at several £100,000 to fix that, and that will clearly be something that we don't have currently in our budget.
Now, are these freak conditions, or is this a problem with our infrastructure?
Well, it could be a bit of both. I mean, obviously, nobody can be too surprised to learn that budgets have been reduced over the last 5 years. Yes, we can always do more by way of maintenance. There are issues perhaps with the Peel Road, for example, where if we'd have put much bigger pipes in and spent several £100,000 more on the scheme, then the water would run off more quickly. But the road was designed for normal levels of severe weather, as opposed to some of the freak levels that we're getting. The only question I suppose you need to ask, or I would be asking, is, as someone very clearly of a view that climate change is happening and it's going to cause these sorts of severe weather events and more severe weather events, we should be doing more perhaps to future-proof the new schemes that we're bringing forward, recognising that we're going to have more and more extreme weather events.